Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. In pursuit of a stolen magical object, Stormwood and Associates Field Team 623 stepped into a tear between realities and vanished. They found themselves trapped in another plane, facing a reality that was not their own, and driven to avoid dark forces they don't understand. And so, Team 623 finds themselves leaping from world to world, striving to put right what they find wrong, and hoping each time that their next jump will be the jump home. Stormwood and Associates stars Celeste Star Twin as Dee, Gen Proc as Obi, Trey Dorn as Amy, and Becca Johnson as Liz Stormwood. Previously on Stormwood and Associates. Quick version. There's Malort, there's Jimmy the Fish, we're in space! And there's forced fighting of our team, kidnapped, captured, all of that fun stuff. And now they gotta do the thing, because they gotta do the thing. They're figuring out their options right now. That's really what's happening. Is the team is captive, being forced to fight in this competitive arena. Kind of like that episode of Star Trek Voyager, but also kind of like that episode of Angel. Kind of like that episode. And they're trying to figure out what they can do. They're discussing their options, because what else are you gonna do?
Steal a ship, or fight in the arena, or kill Jimmy the Fish.
Yeah. Those are the only realistic options.
And killing Jimmy the Fish is always an option if we stay here.
Yeah. I'm just, I don't know if it helps or hurts us.
Right.
Because it all depends on, the organization around him, whether or not that would help us at all. I mean, morality of the act aside, he's a person who makes people fight to the death. I don't really have a moral qualm with ending him.
Yeah, kind of same. I mean,
someone
again,
bumped his spaceship and he said, "Well, let's have him fight to the death."
Yeah, very minor traffic violation. Very minor.
These guys are prepped for magic, so it must be pretty prevalent in this universe. Most of the time I can walk around and not do shit, but they had an anti-magic field on that cell. Okay, so obviously if killing him isn't an immediate option because he's no longer in the room with us, so what we're gonna have to fight for the asshole.
It might be the best option.
I mean,
I don't want to kill a bunch of people who might have just accidentally pissed him off one day. That's the thing.
Yeah, someone else might have made a minor traffic accident.
I mean, yeah, the face shanking guys seemed like dicks. I'm fine with that, and I only killed one of those guys. They killed more of their own people than I did. But how do we know that the other people we fight aren't going to just be like us?
Yeah, that's true.
What if the other people
we definitely
fight
need to
are
tell
us?
I mean, I think we definitely need to tell Jimmy the Fish that we're going to fight for him.
Yeah. That's the thing. That keeps our options open.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do that.
We got to come up with a plan. We got to come up with a good plan before our next fight.
I'll blow up another guy's head. Maybe 2 guys'
Well,
heads.
here's my question. Liz?
Yeah.
You can do that destructive wave spell, right?
Yes, I can.
What would happen if you did that to the side of the arena?
It would kill a lot of people.
That's it. I feel like that would take out a lot of Kumite
No,
enjoyers.
but could you direct the blast, like, away from the people? Because you can direct...
At me?
No. So, or just kind of, like, puts her hand on the truck. So, like, I stand here off to the side to activate, and so I'm beyond the area that I'm blowing up, and so that blows up, like, still into the arena, but you're standing to, like, the left of the stuff you're exploding.
Right, okay.
So you're not in the crossfire. I mean, there would be a... You're not in the crossfire, and the people in the stance aren't in the crossfire. Like, the worst that happens, if they're leaning on it, they might fall into the arena.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't think these people have seen Sunkatse, so I don't think they know the twist. Like, we were really in that arena with those people.
Yes.
I mean, what if they're just innocent Kumite enjoyers, though?
What does that mean in this context?
I don't know what any of these words mean.
I don't know what Kumite is.
God, none of you have watched the perennial Canon Films classic Bloodsport?
Do you think I have seen anything by Canon Films?
The Superman 4? You've never seen Superman 4?
Obviously, I've never. Okay.
Masters of the
doesn't matter.
Universe.
That's the film that bankrupted the...
Death Wish. Any of the sequels to Death Wish. Invasion USA?
I haven't
Does
seen
not
that.
matter.
The Blood on Satan's Claw? Cheerleaders Beach Party.
So here's I think we should maybe try to do that with the destructive wave. Yeah, that's a good idea. Obviously, we don't really have we're not in danger of dying, so that's good.
I mean, hopefully, unless there's like some super badass dude that we just haven't met.
No,
yet.
we're not in danger of dying. We're fine.
Yeah, we've all got death proof wards.
That's true. Okay. Let's. I guess we have to agree to go kill some folk randomly. But as soon as we can get out of here, we should also kill Jimmy the Fish.
Yes, we are keeping our options open. We can kill Jimmy the Fish. We can try to steal a spaceship if we need to. Yes.
We could kill Jimmy the Fish with a spaceship.
Maybe.
Oh my God. If I get the opportunity, I'm doing it. I've never killed someone with a spaceship, and you have to admit, opportunity, like if it calls, you gotta try. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Okay. Should we go tell Jimmy the Fish that we're gonna do it?
Yeah, no matter what, I think that's our play.
Okay.
Fine.
I go over and...
But you've literally never seen any of the American Ninja movies?
Did you show me an American Ninja movie? No, then if not, then no.
No, I didn't.
What about Robotech the movie? That one was huge. Huge.
That was canon?
Yeah, it was canon. It's a massive hit.
What about Cobra?
I walk over to the door that Jimmy the fish left through.
All
I
right.
assume it doesn't just open for me or anything.
It does.
Okay. I look out through it.
On the other side, is is your good old friend Malort.
Over the top. Tell me you've
So what
seen
do you
Over
think?
the Top.
You come to a decision yet? What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Tell Jimmy the fish that we accept his offer.
Wonderful. All right. Okay. So, what you're gonna want to do is we'll open up the garage doors on the other side. You can get in the truck, and we will, if you don't mind me tagging along, we will drive over to the arena, and where we will put your truck in safe storage with Obi watching over it. Right? Your little friend, his name is Obi. I met him. Great guy. I see why you love him. And we'll go back to the fights. Great. This is great. Welcome to the family.
I need you to understand something, Malort. Actually, no.
What's up?
Malort, I've got a question. You're very
Yeah.
talkative. You like talking. So, Jimmy the Fish's organization, is this like, what's the structure? Like, do we have to worry about anybody else, like, trying to, like, give us orders or push us around? Like how flat is this? Like, does he have a bunch of, like, lieutenants under him, or is he, like, just, like, directly controlling everything?
That's a good question. You can ask it when we get there. Let's go.
No, he didn't want to. I asked him directly, and he wouldn't tell me. Like, he seemed nervous about it.
Well, Lort is walking away from you and be like, all right. You mind if I call shotgun? I could direct us where to go. There's a nice looking vehicle you got here.
You're not getting into my truck. D will drive it slowly behind us as we follow you on foot.
Okay,
D
can
will
do.
drive it. D is a good driver. You had one.
I make sure that Malort is directly in front of the truck, and I am not. Not because I want D to run over Malort, but because D just hit a spaceship with my truck, and if D accidentally hits the accelerator too fast again, I'm not going to be the one it hits.
There was minor traffic incident. Very minor.
All right, so very slowly you make your way through the winding streets of the spaceport, and you see a little bit more of what they call their city. It is, I mean, the area you go through is dilapidated and grungy, and a mishmash of shops all smushed on top of each other and around each other. Malort's taking you up a one of the wider streets that vehicles go on. You also see that there are very narrow, like, passages and alleyways all over the place where only pedestrians could probably go. And you see some other vehicles around here. They're not quite as, like, nice and new as yours looks, but they're fairly futuristic looking. You could call them cars. They're wheeled contraptions of all sorts. And he leads you back to the arena, and this time, instead of going through the dark little side alleyway into the arena, he leads you around a different side, and he opens up a another garage door, basically, and you drive the truck in, where you see many other shiny, bright, nice vehicles, and he directs you where to park and asks you to hop out. Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's
I'll get out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the garage door closes behind you. Okie dokie.
Okay.
So, because you'll be working for us, we've got a little bit nicer accommodations for you this time. If you will just follow me, and he leads you to an upper story of the arena of the Colosseum, and unlike the cell, the concrete block cell that you were in, you are treated to a small apartment.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. So it's
Where's
got.
Obi?
So
Sorry,
when
you're distracting
it's
me.
okay. When he opens up the door to your new digs, Obi is sitting on one of the couches inside the apartment. Hey!
hey kid.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
And Obi runs up and like gives you all like a big group hug.
Oh, I had my channel open, Liz. I had my channel open that entire time. Liz, Dobie could pretty much hear any of our conversations.
Yeah. I kept it to myself though.
Okay.
That is called Trey doesn't want to work in on filling Obi in. So Obi just knows.
Obi knows. Obi knows all.
Yeah. So over here is are the bedrooms, and here's the kitchen, and over there's the bathroom, and it's not too bad.
Yeah,
I mean, we've
Obi,
seen it worse.
Are you okay? Because this is, we've been going through some stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, Mr. Jimmy let me watch the fights, and he gave me some ice cream, and we talked about stuff. Yeah.
What
No,
did you
I've been
talk
having a great
about?
time. I'm sorry you guys have been put through the ringer.
Yeah, no, it's it's
Standard.
Kind of sit down, flop down on a piece of furniture. So I'm assuming that this entire place is under surveillance. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
so you know, I think we have to pretty much assume that anything we say in here, Jimmy can hear.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, why wouldn't he? You know what I mean? It's his place, it's his station. If you're going to put up effectively, you know, people like us here in our situation, you'd put him into a bugged room. That's what I would do in his shoes. Frankly, I think I'd be offended if he didn't put us into a bugged room.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that, of course, means one should edit what they speak aloud.
Okay.
Unless they have
Obi
other
looks at
ways to
D.
communicate.
What?
Yeah,
fine.
Everyone's looking at D. You know how you like say whatever comes to your mind without thinking about what we should and shouldn't share with people?
Yeah, because
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Like one of my best
Discretion.
qualities, really.
You know,
Discre-
it's fine if you're like in a social situation and you want to know how you stand with somebody, and like everyone's been beating around the bush, and like you come in and go like, oh no, it's because Trevor hates you. Like, it's inconvenient and rude, but it's like can be argued to be helpful. This is not one of those situations. This is one of those situations where, you know, hey Trevor, everybody hates you, is where Trevor turns around and kills you.
Fine, I will show discretion.
Also, I think you should meet my friend Trevor when we get home. I think you two
I
would
don't
hit it
know.
off.
If Trevor kills people that easily, I don't know if I
No,
want to.
the actual Trevor doesn't kill people. A lot of people hate him
Okay.
because he kind of does what you do. Anyways, at the very least, I think you'd be friends.
Oh, now think about it. I'll definitely think about it.
Okay, so we have like no information about what we're doing next, like when we're supposed to fight again, do we?
No.
Did they bring our smartphones at least?
Yeah, do we have the rest of our stuff here?
On the kitchen counter is the rest of your stuff.
All right, I'm definitely grabbing my phone.
I'm grabbing, my phone, my bag, yeah.
Yeah, I'm grabbing my stuff also.
I'm just saying, like, these have been like the least hot space people that we've encountered in space so far.
Hard agree.
Right? Like, so like on that one planet, like there was like the space pirate, and like she was hot, and then like just like we were in the winter court, and like honestly, like I haven't met a Fae who's not hot yet. Like, they're all... Like, the most suspicious thing about Fiona's whole winter court is that everyone there who works there is attractive to a way that you would not expect carnies to be. You know what I mean?
So since D is now part of the winter court, does that apply to her too?
Everybody knows that Dee's attractive, and then she speaks...
He's incredibly hot.
Dee is very hot. What makes Dee not hot is the words that she says.
What?
We all agree that Dee is very pretty.
Whoa.
What?
I like the first part. It's the second part I don't like so much.
Dee, here's a really important question. Do you want any of us to be into you?
No, that'd be weird. You guys
Then
are like
mission
family at this
accomplished,
point.
you weirdo. Mission
Nailed it.
accomplished. We're
I'm
all
always nailing
mentioning that objectively you're hot, but none of us want to be with you.
No.
Fuck yeah? Question mark?
You can't have a goal and then be offended when it works.
I don't know. People are into weird stuff.
Like what?
Oh, let me tell you, you should see some of the tabs people open up. This is a trick. You guys are trying to trick me
That is a
to make me say something
10-year-old.
stupid again.
Dee, that is a 10-year-old.
It's too easy.
I understand it's a 10-year-old who's grown up in the modern world with access to a web browser, but, like, still. There are things that aren't appropriate to discuss with a child, Dee.
Yeah. D.
I,
I'm testing you.
Fine. Yeah.
Well, and you passed the test.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good job.
But again, you cannot complain about achieving your goals. All right, so we just sit here until we get called to kill some people?
Yeah, I think so.
You hear a knock on the door.
I answer the door.
Hey, okay.
Why is it no
Oh
one?
yeah.
Literally nobody on this space station is hot. Like, none of them. None of them.
Yeah, I know. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy.
I was not talking to you. Just like walk away from the door. Like,
Anywho's,
at no point
So,
do I
yeah,
make eye
you-
contact with him.
you correct. You just hang out until we call you.
So you were listening at the door because I said that before I opened the door. You fucking weirdo.
It's part of the job. So yeah, your next fight is gonna happen tomorrow. So rest up, plan together, and good luck. I'll come pick you up before the fight, and we'll go get you ready. Okay. Okay. Have a good night. And he leaves.
I just, like, I don't have a reason to justify killing Malort. I just wish I could, like, lock him in a closet and, like, not talk to him again. Like, I don't
like
wanna...
him. He's got good stories.
Does he?
Yeah, there was one time where he was traveling with a party of adventurers, and they went on like big fantasy adventures, but then they got their whole planet got exploded by crystal worms, so they had to go into space. It's really cool.
That sounds made up. That sounds like something that he tells people. I don't know. That man smells like cheap cologne and years of regret.
Okay.
I feel like I'm being very judgy of a character who's clearly imported from a different role-playing game.
No, it's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
You can judge him all you want. It's fine. You're probably right.
That is a man who has not made a good decision in his entire life about anything.
Well, he probably thinks he made good decisions. That's the issue.
Yeah, but he's like a level above us, and we're pretty screwed right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
that man
we just
is
need to
one
like
scuffed shoe
stick it
away
out.
from being thrown in with us.
Look, we just need to keep our heads above water for a few days.
Yeah,
Maybe
how
blow
long
up a few more people's
here-
heads.
We're here for
5 days.
how long again?
5 days.
5 days.
5 days,
Fi-
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's not like
Are you?
ideal, I guess, but you know.
Yeah, it sucks. Like, because I just kind of sit down on like a couch or something and lean back. And it's like, we're not here long enough to like overthrow him, like, because that doesn't help anybody we leave behind. But we're not here long enough. We're here for too long to just like hide in a corner and evade capture. Like, if we were here for like a day, I would say let's just go hide in the truck and park it in some random, like, I could cast a disguise on it to make it look like a cargo crate or something, and then we just like hide in it. But all of us would be pretty ripe after 5 days. Although it is just Amy's like, look at it, I'm like, you know, okay, that's a thought for later.
Keeping our options open.
Either way, I'm not sitting in a truck with D for 5 days without being able to get out of it. Or with you two either, but you guys are in the back seat, and so I can just like pretend you're not there. I've never been able to successfully pretend that D is not there.
It's true. I have a big personality.
I'm sure that's what they tell you.
And also, you talk in your sleep.
I also
Oh yeah.
true.
And sometimes you snore.
God, she snores all the time.
Yeah.
We need to find a natural endpoint, you guys.
I think that was. I think we're at a natural
That's-
endpoint.
That's
Okay.
a fine one.
Yeah, we're done.
I think we're good for tonight. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna hit stop on
Um,
the recording. Stormwood and Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Feywild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Feywild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.
Oh, my next house, I'm gonna get a proper office.
An office once.
Once.
Wait, I'm in an office.
I love a good Johnny Dangerously reference.
This is my office.
I'm in my office, and it's only up to 74 in here right now with my air conditioner off.
I'm in my workroom in the basement, and Eric is making us dinner because I forgot to eat, and that's why my brain is all stinky.
I'm sure your brain smells the normal smell of your brain.
Yeah. I mean, technically it does, but
But if you can smell your brain, you've got bigger problems.
yeah. And I use it as a euphemism of I'm not using my brain, like I'm not able to think as quickly or clearly as normal.
That's okay. I thought once.
Once.
Now look at
And
me.
look what happened.
Yeah, look what happened.
Is it weird that Night Viper turns into a cobra and cobras are not vipers?
Oh, look at me. I know snakes apart. I get it.
Bumblebee turns into a car.
Not
It's
Yeah,
true.
but he turns
He's-
into a car referred to as a bug. It is weird that he wasn't named Beetle.
Yeah,
on the nose, and it probably didn't sound cool enough.
turned into a bug
Yeah,
in the
Bumblebee
80s
sounds
and has
really
not
cool.
done so since.
That's
Like-
true. I've never seen him as a bug.
That's not true. In the Bumblebee movie,
I haven't seen the Bumblebee movie, so ha!
but
Yeah,
Celeste has.
It's
Yeah,
one
so
of my
she's
personal
seen it.
favorites, but it's set in the 80s, so I stand by my comment.
It's set in the 80s. But it's not
I'm
John
just saying
Cena
the
in
vast
the 80s.
majority of his iterations at this point are not. a Volkswagen Bug.
That's
Vast
not Emily
majority.
Dickinson, Hawkeye, Arcane in the 80s. I forgot the actress's name real quick, so I just decided to name off a bunch of characters.
This movie's still set in 1987. I don't make the rules.
But the toy for that was released in the 2010s.
Yeah, it's a shit toy, though.
You're a shit
All
toy.
of them were. Literally all of them were. The only good Bumblebee movie toys of Bumblebee were the Jeep and the space car. So, like, even the Volkswagen toy was just shit.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know what to do with that audio.